after a few years of the pandemic and not being able to travel, I have swung by Tokyo with my family and my daughter, and just having a family vacation, more of a relaxation kind of trip. But since we haven't been traveling for a while, and figured I should take more photos for this trip, and more for leisure, more for fun, and getting back on the street, because street photography isn't really something that I do a lot. I definitely take a lot of photos on a day-to-day basis, but those are mainly for assignments. Since I'm seeing a lot of the trends of sharing street photography videos in a POV kind of perspective, surprisingly quite educational they are. I figured I might as well give that a go, and really not knowing what to prepare. Work, I always bring the larger camera. I thought about be good to my body, something that doesn't hurt my back, and I just brought my pocket camera with me, which is the Sony X100, and it's the Mark V. I bought it quite some time ago, and I also took my Contax T3 with me, which I'll see if I have time to develop the film. A bit of a shame. I have obviously mistaken how to set my GoPro 5, one that I purchased a while back, is on GoPro 11 right now. And but that doesn't really matter. It's mainly the settings that wasn't really done right, and also I just haven't really been practicing using the GoPro. So mounting it very close to my chest really threw me off. Sometimes I wasn't even aware that it wasn't recording, even though I thought I pressed the button. And so some photos that I showed in the video might not have the footage of me capturing the scene, and I apologize for that. Also, some of the scenes that's completely blown out, I'm really sorry about that, but hopefully, I still kept it in to have a more educational purpose, to help you guys to see how I capture things, and when I see something, the kind of angle that I was going for, when I move up or down, move left or right, hopefully, these can be educational. The whole process was quite enjoyable, and actually editing and looking at the shots and really creating kind of documentary for myself was a good memory to have. And I always see photographs as the best souvenir when you travel to a foreign place as well. Here you can see me riding on a train and really just taking the window seat, putting my camera right on the edge. Amazing spot to spend a good 10-15 minutes. And so I basically see people waiting at the platform, people waiting to cross the road, also workers at the train station, seeing how the composition varies, and the train just kept going. So it's actually really comfortable to really just camp there and waiting for something to happen. So with photo walk, I mean, sometimes you don't always have to just keep walking, you know. You get tired and you need a break, and you can see me, you know, having breakfast in the middle of it. A good idea is to eat before you start, but oh well, when the sun comes out, you gotta get to work. So speaking of taking crappy shots in the beginning and getting those out of the way, I think it really depends on if you have been practicing and doing these kind of photo walks recently, because that really depends on, you know, how much time you need to warm up and get your creative brain going. For me, it didn't take that long. Straight off the bat, first few shots, I was really getting into it, and I was really just rolling with it. So what have I learned? I think I need to improve on understanding the psychology of people and understanding how I can be able to capture more of their front and less of their back. This is a learning curve, I think. So I think I definitely want to practice more on that. And for all the introverts out there, I'm with you, and it takes a while to put yourself out there and be comfortable with it. Maintain a friendly relationship even though you're not interacting with them, but when you're in the same space, you're also interacting with them nonetheless. Okay, so one of my favorite shots from the trip was this photo of a young gentleman who was on an escalator, and this is around the entrance of a train station, just where the light is coming from the top narrow window, and it creates this beam of light going diagonally across the composition. Interesting enough is that the escalator is slightly lower than the diagonal wall, and the kind of mystery that it creates, that it doesn't reveal the complete face. A subtle image, but also has a strong sense of story to tell. Next image is definitely this one of the crowd crossing the zebra. Well, this lady with her suitcase walking quickly, and so the way she swung her body, moved her hair forward, that's where the sunlight is hitting. And so it really adds a sense of urgency within a crowd that was moving more of a constant speed. The way she moves seems to be breaking the pattern of it. The next image is this wonderful mirror-like window of a building right at the corner of the street, and I was really just camping there for a while and hunting for all kinds of interesting shots. But this one in particular that doesn't show any of the actual people crossing that corner of the crosswalk, and just showing one lady who is about to walk into the frame, but I was able to see her reflection from the building, and just the way her trench coat is moving with the wind really shows a sense of movement. A bit of a ghost-like image from the reflection that adds to all the aesthetic. This side of the real and the unreal almost perfectly 50-50 in the composition. It adds to more of an imagination space in the shot, and I really like that. This old man with his crane, another younger gentleman who is exercising dressed in all sportswear. So that kind of juxtaposition is very interesting to the story, and it adds a very different dynamic. not just showing the old man as the main protagonist, but that dialogue between the different ages and also different way and speed of moving, different health conditions, different energy really adds to the imagination space of the image. I absolutely love this image of the gentleman who is walking along the side of the street where the fence has been damaged and it's completely crooked. It has yellow tape on it and there's a vertical pole, and he just walked right at the spot where it seems like he's leaning on it, like he's really tired of working throughout the day and he just wanted a tiny moment of a break. Even though he's actually walking, it holds so still in a sense that the light and shadow really conveys a different kind of story. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you see some of the presets that you like in this video, they are free to download in the description below. Support the channel by sharing and subscribing, and also give me a like to help the mysterious algorithm. That's it. See you in the next video.